First of all, I just want to thank you for coming out on a Tuesday, on a rainy Tuesday, in the middle of the week from DC, from Pennsylvania. I mean, just all over the East Coast, coming here in support of our mission. The Teaching Artists Institute, as you know, this is our sophomore year, and we've come together tonight to celebrate our first tour to Ghana. So clap it up for the motherland. Absolutely, absolutely. So as you guys know, we have teaching artists in different areas of the world. In Nigeria, where we started, in Ghana, our largest chapter, and right here in Baltimore. The first thing people ask me when I go to another place is, where are you from? And to me, it doesn't make sense. Your vision will never make sense unless you work in your hometown. And so we will always have teaching artist fellows who we nurture to develop interdisciplinary projects that merge their art form with another area of development in social transformation. And so of the 8 fellows that are coming with us from all across Thailand, we have 2 fellows here tonight in the DMV that will be joining us, and you'll hear words from them in just a bit. Of course, we have everybody knows that Nico is a veteran in this game, so one of our veteran teacher artists around from the inception of what we do, setting the foundation, mentoring teaching artist fellows from here to Ohio, the Ohio region, so we're always grateful to him for reaching out to that younger generation. But we have Aaliyah Brown Mitchell here tonight, better known as Naima Vanity. Y'all will hear a little bit from her later on, as well as DJ Kelly Calculations, DJ Starship on the 1s and 2s. He can't exactly demonstrate his art form tonight, but I'm sure that he'll enjoy telling you how excited he is about going for the first time out of the country and being able to do that on the continent. This brother does a lot of work in organizing politically in our city, right here in Baltimore, with the Ujima's People's Progress Party. And to be able to connect that theoretical influence of Africa, one that he demonstrates in the party, to what's happening on the continent today is going to be an amazing experience. Of course, we have some of our TAI fellows in the audience, like Miss Christina Cook, and she's here with Niggas Create. We'll hear more about her brand, and she'll talk to us about the silent auction that we're doing tonight. You know, this is a fundraiser, but what it is mostly is community outreach and awareness. You guys may never be able to come with us, the Teaching Artists Institute, on a Thai tour, but we want to give you a taste of the region. We want you to know what the food is like in Ghana. So we have Sumas from DC to come and sponsor the food with the jollof rice and the egusi soup the plant leaves that we call potato leaves and cassava leaves, and the aquaba that you feel, that means welcome in Ghana, that you feel when you come. We want you to feel that here tonight. We want you to drink the malt. We want you to know what that tastes like. Even though you can't come with us, to know that there's Ghana right here in this city, especially for you rhythm people. Ghana is in you. So wherever you are, Ghana will be there. Absolutely. And after you hear a word from our teaching artist fellows that are joining us in Ghana, you're going to hear from our founding TAI elder, Mr. Rufus T. Stevenson, who under the Jai Kente brand has been leading tours to Ghana for over 20 years now, definitely leading the way. This past October, the 6th Region Diaspora Caucus and our TAI elder, Brother Cliff, he sponsored us right here in this space, did the send-off for Cuba, and now TAI elder Rufus is going to sponsor us and do this send-off for Ghana. So without further ado, I think I said that right. Yes. English isn't my first language.
As well it shouldn't be.
Bring up Miss Naima Vanity, and she's gonna do a piece for you guys. Maybe she'll be led to do two, and we're gonna keep this show moving.
So I so totally apologize in advance for my language. I just had to say that to you because I know you got kids in the back.
Oh, she's raised by me. It's
okay. Okay,
and we got Netflix, so
this first piece that I'm about to do was inspired by my love for feminism, for womanism more specifically. I was given a project to do a poetic piece inspired by Get Rich or Die Trying, but when I was listening to it, pretty much all I heard was sexism and misogyny. Like, I don't care how hard his lyrics were, that's all I heard in my ears. So, huh?
Send it back here.
What you mean?
Hear you. So we can
Oh, you can't hear me?
look up at us, talk.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what I'm saying. I'm so sorry. Okay, so yeah, my love for womanism, feminism, spoke to me when I was in the middle of listening to it, and I decided to, instead of do a poetic piece inspired by exactly the album, I decided to morph it and be one of the girls that he was talking about. So here it goes. See, many men, many men have been inside me. I ain't got space no more. Can't stay complacent. No, see, I'm Nikki. The bottom bitch that always came up with his bread, but see, he ain't failed to mention about them stitches in my head, cause you thought that shit was funny. But what he did forget is that I'm the bitch that used to tuck his leg, the physical God's grace that kept him from getting caught up with the fancy. Nikki fucked with 50, but 50 heart was dead. All he had was hard dick and a piece of brick that put me the fuck on edge. And then he turned around and be like, girl, it's easy to love me now. Would you love me if I was down? And now, would you still have love for me? Nah, fuck nigga. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. What makes you think that I won't run up on you with that nine? You think you a gangster cause you pop shit, but you not shit. Try to itemize me by your massage, but really you my bitch. Cause I fed your ego when you was starving, and I'm the one that put that PIP money up in your pockets. Cause when you got to whining like a little bitch over this rap shit, I put the pants on and I carried the weight on my drugs. My nigga, I'm out of it. I supplied you with energy I should have spared for me. You just took my shit and straight rock with it, but he ain't gotta tell me I'm killing this shit, cause I hear what I'm saying. I know I'm feeling this shit. And then 50, you not gonna make it to heaven for putting me through hell. That was I don't think I have a title for it. I think I'm gonna just call it Get Rich or Die Trying.
Nice.
Thank you. What? I'm so sorry. What other piece did I do when I was at? Do you want me to do a second one?
Go, do what you feel. This is for you, love.
Okay.
You're the fellow going to Ghana.
Okay. This second piece is inspired by my favorite movie, Get Rich or not Get Rich or Die Trying, Paid in Full. Every time I watch it, I get a new interpretation from it. and just how badly we treat each other in our community. We call each other brothers, we call each other sisters, but then you still have those extremely manipulative people who don't really understand what family is and how you're supposed to treat family. Now repeat after me and say, I am my brother's keeper.
My brother's keeper.
The loyalty of my love
The loyalty of my love
can only run deeper.
can only run deeper.
Cause we don't do no shallow shit. I need all my young niggas with an ounce of jealousy in their system to release their demons and regurgitate it, because eating away at the haters what got you in this predicament. Young nigga better hold your strength together before they try to slice up your ligaments. Say, I am my brother's keeper.
My brother's keeper.
The depth of his greatness
The wrath of his greatness
makes us equal.
makes us equal.
So jealousy has no room to exist. Matter of fact, get a spirit of jealousy, my ass to kiss. If my brother ever had the audacity to put a weapon to my lips, my dying words would be this: I'm your mirror, I'm your conscience, the very light that led you out of the darkness, the very same love that protected you from callings, but you have no fear of putting me in mind. Repeat after me and say, I am my brother's keeper.
My brother's keeper.
No weapon, I'm sorry. I have no right
I have no right
to play the role of the reaper.
to play the role of the reaper.
Blood trickling down the street from a beef that turned into a disaster. Now everybody at the funeral, but nobody consoles the mother, and they drinking Henny after now. I wonder, is Officer Not So Friendly killing my homeboy the only time that Black lives really matter now? Don't become numb to feeling empathy when Rico was the reason why Mitch blood got splattered. When niggas get scared of the truth, they go to the church and become all of a sudden sanctified pastors. But it's no running from this here gospel. You gonna get this word and a deliverance after. Now say, I am my brother's keeper.
My brother's keeper.
I have, no weapon formed against us
Formed against us
shall be our defeater.
shall be our defeat.
Not even our own sins. The grimy like a feeling from within. Instead of protecting your brother, you decide to kill him now. Be mindful that you and your potential killer may have partaken in the same cypher session. Cause niggas be like, puff, puff, pass. 2 weeks after this, I just might murk his dumb ass. Nigga sitting in my circle like he's sweet, but I really get my mans to hurt his dumb ass. And you can keep your lawn clean and never expect your brother to be the snake up in your grass, man. Shit ain't sweet. But in a city full of poisonous concrete jungles, I can only expect the savages to feast upon the streets. And niggas treat life like it costs $1. I can never expect you to truly value the likes of me now. Say, I am my brother's keeper.
My brother's keeper.
And do you know why?
Oh yeah.
Because the world is ours. You can't destroy the dynasty over welcoming a couple keys. Thank you.
My brothers, my sisters, and my brothers far across. Come on, Kelly. The ocean, we owe our independence to Mother Haiti. Clap it up as Kelly comes to run. So Kelly is he's our second fellow from Thailand DMV that's journeying with us to Ghana. I mean, been an activist in this community for years on end, helping to formalize our first independent Black party. He's going to tell you a little about his teaching artistry, his political activism, and why going to Ghana is so important for the next stage of his career.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
As she mentioned, part of my political aspirations is to help the Eugenics People's Progress Party become the first Black independent political organization in the state of Maryland and in the country. As most of you know, this is Baltimore. It's always been Democrat since you were my age and she was her age. But we've noticed nothing has changed. And one of the things we are trying to do or going to do is to get certain people to become city councilmen, mayors, and governors to change the system, because you can't change something doing the same methods. And with the Teaching Artists Institute, I decided that I have a problem with our kids being left behind when it comes to STEM, or science, tech, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And the sad thing about it is, if you want to program an app on your phone, if you want to program a computer, most of the software that you need is free. So it is absolutely no reason for our kids to be left behind, except we're not taking that step to get them the resources that we need. And so one of the reasons I'm excited for this trip to Ghana is I make 3D printers. I don't know if you know what a 3D printer is. Does anybody know?
Oh, yeah.
But for those that don't know, a 3D printer is just like a regular printer, but instead of printing words on the page, you print objects. So you see that game of Connect 4 right there? Something like that, you can melt plastic down and turn it into a game. So if you see all of the litter and things on the street, they're resources that are not being utilized properly. And earlier last year, I was able to speak to some folks in Ghana who were actually taking old electronics and making 3D printers out of it.
Wow.
And it's like, how can someone in a world that's supposed to be third world be building something out of nothing? And so I decided that is something I wanted to do, and I've been in contact with them. They actually gave me some blueprints. And so with this trip, I'm going to go over there, meet with them face to face, and then the next stage would be to help open up a computer lab where artists can come. If you want to be a DJ, if you want to be a graphic designer, if you want to be a photographer, these are all things that we'll be able to allow folks to do with just one computer. And so that's why it's important for me not only to go to Ghana to show that, hey, this can be done across the world, then we can bring that also back here to Baltimore and showcase to the kids that if you want to be anything in this world, everything you need is right in front of you.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's right.
I don't have any more to say.
That's right. No, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Thank you,
That
Callie.
is perfect. Oh, man.
Yes, Callie. So right now I'm gonna bring up Miss Christina Cook. As you guys may know, her brand Niggas Create. She's one of the first teaching artist fellows in this region. I mean, every year she grows. I look forward to her leadership. In a lot of ways, Christina grounds me. I'm like this. I'm like this. And she teaches me to slow down, be methodical, and she has plenty of practice, as you can see, with that motor muscle memory that it takes to build that sense of what it means to just stop and recognize what's happening in your world at the time that it's happening. Without further ado, I'm going to bring her up so that she can tell you more about that approach as an arts integration researcher. Especially for people that are on the spectrum, using art as that communication tool that we all need. Teaching us how to better do that in every facet of our life. Mixed media arts. Come on up, Christina. Tell us about it.
All right, clap it up.
Family, hello, hello. Thank you. My name is Christina Cook, aka Negus the Creator. That is my artist name. And as you can see, my brand name is called Negus Create. So Negus Create is a lifestyle brand that showcases art, fashion, music, and culture created by people worldwide. People of color worldwide. We want to remind ourselves and each other that our art forms are not always original when it comes to us being the first ones to come up with ideas for creation. Me personally, I'm a fourth generation artist and artisan. I come from a long line of creators. My grandparents met at Carver, which was the first Negro trade school in Baltimore. They were a seamstress and a tailor. Wow. So creation has always been in my bloodline. What was that?
I graduated from there.
Woo woo, Carver, Creators Hub. You know, it just runs so deep, especially with families in Baltimore. We come from families of creators. Whether you have families who are in architecture, or your grandmother was a homemaker like mine, but she loved to draw pictures and always encouraged you to be creative too. I mean, they're unsung heroes in a lot of ways. So as a first generation artist and someone who's able to take my art form and create an actual entrepreneurial endeavor where I can feed my family, I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. And I'm very grateful for being able to use something that I utilize as therapy for myself as also a means to feed my family. So I do definitely use my tactile abilities in creating things as a means of therapy for myself. My daughter, who is singing and humming and vocalizing in the background, is on the autism spectrum and didn't begin speaking until slightly after her 6th birthday. But this girl started singing at 4 months old. So sound and vibration has always been her primary means of communication. And it wasn't until after I had her and started realizing how she communicates alternatively that I also had my own alternative means of communication that I wasn't utilizing because I was so used to just following the linear direction of get a job, contribute to the society, and rah, 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 but I wasn't feeding myself because I'm an artist. I'm an artist from a long line of artisans, and I had to learn how to use my tools to connect with the world. So I have 2 brands. I have Meet and Create. We showcase art, fashion, music, and culture created by people of color worldwide. As you can see, we have collaborative works here, some that I've created myself, but also some features from Naomi Hanna of Sechet's Brush and Shauna Cheatham of Afrons and Trees. We're both local artisans who have their own works, as you can see, but we also collaborate together. And Shauna Cheatham is also an autistic artist and musician, and she has 5 children, 2 of whom are also on the autism spectrum. So her family and I also do workshops together frequently with my organization called Rhythm Key. And Rhythm Key is a music and movement-based workshop where we use, creative expression, drum circles like djembes, qigong, expressive art, martial arts, to create nonverbal communication. Because that's not the only way that we can communicate with each other. And spoken language is fairly new when it comes to human communication. I mean, we're the rhythm people, right?
Absolutely.
That's right.
So before this spoken linguistics, how were we communicating with each other? I think it was that drum. And I think all of us were drummers initially because the original drum was a mother's heartbeat in the womb.
Yes.
We just don't remember. We don't remember our primary means of communicating. So Rhythm Key is a way for us to get around the fact that some of us can talk, some of us have speech disorders, and some of us don't. And that's okay, because we can still have a conversation together, no matter what our differences or our challenges are. So we just have to reconnect each other to our tools. So as a multi-generational artist, Niggas Create is my tool. For my little singer back here, Rhythm Key is her tool, and we utilize those together. So I'm going to be utilizing the Teaching Artists Institute as a platform to use both of my brands globally to connect with families just like mine.
Woo! Hold on, don't say nothing yet. Hold on 1 second. Can we just take a minute, everyone, and absorb that? Really just take a minute and just wear that. Not just hear it, but wear it. That was awesome. I need a second. Hold on. You ready? Okay, I did. This man was, my head is swollen. Okay.
No. Just did.
Okay, I have it on pause.
Oh, okay.
So I have it on pause. I'm not talking through this.
You know how to work that thing. I don't even
Yes,
know how to
we're
put it
doing. This should be a fundraiser. You should have this on DVDs. This should be a fundraiser. And I'm just putting spirit to life. Elder, you the man. Y'all ready?
Don't we know it?
He was in spirit mind for a long. That's why I was looking at you, because
Like
the
seeing-
person wasn't even here. He was all in spirit mind.
Absolutely.
That was beautiful.
And he brings that
Okay, here I come. You ready? Okay.